Hey everyone, this is Scott from Ink Products. In this video, it's going to be a maintenance video. I'm going to show you how to prime up the cartridges if you ever lose ink in your ink system, the continuous ink system. This video is actually going to cover a lot of different cartridges, but they're all primed the same way. So I'm going to kind of wrap them all up in one video here. The cartridges are going to be a 42 cartridge, a 65 cartridge, 250, 251, a 270, 271 cartridge, a 280, and a 281 Canon cartridge. They all operate the same way, so that's why they all prime the same way. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the continuous ink system from your printer, and what you want to do is you have a pinch clip that you get when we sell you the continuous ink system. So the first thing you want to do, most important, this is going to shut off all the ink from flowing from the bottles to the cartridges and into the printer. Very important. So just grab it right here, give yourself some room. Make sure you put that clip on there nice and tight. The next step you're going to do, very important, you're going to go ahead and put all of the small air plugs into the bottles here, just like so. Do that for every one of them. There you go. Make sure they're in there nice and tight. Okay, so we got our pinch clip on the hose. Small air plugs are on. Have your cartridge clips ready and handy because we're going to be putting them on. The next thing you're going to do is to move your cartridges over to the cartridge change position, and you're going to want to, if you have a bypass, which you should have a bypass in your machine, any of these machines, you're just going to want to remove it, put it aside for a second, wait for the cartridges to come over. Once they come over, this is what I like to do, have all these ready to go. Like I said, if your hose bracket actually can be removed, you can do that if you want. Just take it out of the way. We make it so you can put it back on later on. But you're going to clip these up. You want to kind of do this fast. So clip, clip, clip. Take them out. And hold them upright like this. This is what I do. Hold it up just like this. You can keep the pinch clip on there. And then, one by one, just go ahead and put your storage clips back on here, because you're going to need these sealed to prime this properly. Go ahead and put them on here. And make sure you hear that snap and they're clicked on properly. If you're not, when you go to put them on the table, they're going to leak everywhere and you're going to have a big mess. So we don't want that. So make sure they go on, snap on. Now if you have the other clips that actually kind of loop and hook on there, it's the same way. These are just this type of cartridge. The clips look like that, and they just go ahead and snap on there. Okay, we're all clipped up. So there you got your pinch clip on, small air plugs closed, storage clips on the bottom of the cartridges. The next thing we're going to do is actually prime the cartridges up. Okay, now we're going to actually prime the cartridges up. Just follow these steps. Have some paper towel on hand, just in case you get a little ink. First thing we're going to do, the bottles with the small air plugs are in. We're going to lay the system down, the bottles down, so all of the fill plugs are facing upwards. Still with the paper clip on, the pinch clip on. Now you're going to go ahead and remove that. Must be removed. And here are the cartridges. This is the purge tool that you get with the ink system. Only for purging. This is just for maintenance. It's not for filling cartridges or putting ink in bottles. It's just for the maintenance only. It's got a small, very sharp, fine needle in it. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the cartridges, flip them upside down. So all of the orange storage clips are facing upwards. We're going to do the yellow because it's pretty easy to see. My system really hasn't lost any ink or anything, but let's just say I had air. I lost all my air. Lost all my ink in my line here. What we're going to do is open the large plug, the fill plug. We're going to go to the yellow cartridge. Let's say it's half full. Actually, it needs a little bit of priming up anyways. So what you want to do, there's a small silicone circle right there. You're going to take the syringe. You're going to slowly push it in there a little bit. You don't have to go all the way down in there, just a little bit. So you feel it, hit inside past the silicone. And then what we're going to do is draw back and hold. Now you notice that you're going to get a little foam and then you start to get some ink. When you see that front chamber all fill up with ink, you can slowly go ahead and just pull the tip out. The cartridge has been primed up, it's filled. Now if you have a little foam and ink and everything, just go ahead and shoot it into a garbage can or into the sink, whatever is easier for you. Get that out of the way. So now if you want to do all the cartridges, you just follow that same step all the way down the line. Now when we're all finished, you're going to go ahead and put the large fill plug back in. Remember to put this back in before you put it into the machine again, to the printer. Go ahead and just clip it off. What that does is it stops the extra ink flow from going back to the cartridges, or if you didn't put this on and you go to take that clip off, you're going to lose all the ink that you just primed up and you have to go through the whole thing over again. So just remember to put that on, like the instructions show you also in your instructions that you get. And that's about it. That's how you're going to prime the cartridges. Now we'll just go ahead and put the cartridges back into the printer. Okay, now we're going to put the continuous ink system back into our printer. You can have all your stuff ready to go. Like we did before, just going to go in reverse. Hold these up nice and high. Keep this pinch clip on at all times until we're all done with the install. Just one by one, just going to go ahead and remove the storage clips. And keep those. Don't ever throw them away because you're might need them in the future. One at a time. Just like so. And go ahead and make sure you snap all these in. There. Make sure you hear a nice click. That's it. Okay, now place your bracket back on here. Basically, you're just installing the ink system like you had it before. Nothing different. Put your tube back into your hose bracket, and you can go ahead and you just check your hose travel. Go to the side here. A few important things about our continuous ink systems from Ink Products is you always want to keep them the same level as the bottom of the printer. Never raise these up. Never put it behind the back, or you can put it behind the back as long as it's on the same level. Never put it lower or higher. If you put it higher, gravity's going to take over and all your ink is going to be sitting inside of your printer and you're going to have a big mess and it's not going to work. So after the system's been installed, remember to open these air plugs at all times when you're printing. They must be open. And that's how you prime up your ink system.